We are following some breaking news out of Indiana, where just moments ago, police gave an update about the investigation into the shooting of an Indiana judge and his wife. This is some file footage of some of the suspects that police say tried to kill the Indiana judge and his wife. Authorities saying that this investigation into the shooting of the judge and his wife at their home show that in court documents, these accused members of a motorcycle club and a street gang, they worked together, according to authorities, in an attempt to kill the judge in hopes of derailing a domestic abuse case against one of the men. I did want to play out the very latest from police.
You know, one of those incidents that really strike at the heart of a community, and it really makes you think about some of those fundamental aspects. And I can tell you with a deep sense of pride that this community has really responded. We didn't take a step back, and neither did the Myers, neither did our law enforcement agencies, our first responders or our medical personnel, our judicial system or our prosecutor's office. That did not happen in this community. This community stepped forward. It stepped forward with determination, and it stepped forward with perseverance. It demonstrated an unwavering commitment to our justice system, and with an overwhelming outpouring of kindness and compassion and support for the Myers family. When faced with violence meant to intimidate and disrupt, this community chose strength. We chose unity. We chose to stand together to protect the greatest system of justice in the world. I want to specifically recognize the Lafayette Police Department for all of their work, the incredible job that they have done, the hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of hours of work that they have put in to this case. I want to thank all of our other local, state, our federal partners that are here today, and some of you will hear speak. I can tell you what a tremendous group of individuals and professionals. We cannot thank you enough. Through this difficult time, you have performed with the highest level of professionalism, competency, and determination. Your actions reflect the very best of public service and commitment to the rule of law. On behalf of the City of Lafayette, myself as the mayor, and personally as a retired captain with the Lafayette Police Department, I want to thank each and every member here today, your agencies, all your staff that played a role. From the bottom of my heart, I cannot thank all of you enough. It is deeply appreciated. And because of that cooperation, we're here today for this press conference, and the dedication of many of those public servants and the courage and strength shown by Kim and Steve Meyer, that act of violence did not prevail. Our community remains strong, our judicial system remains intact, and together we continue to move forward united, resilient, and unwavering in our commitment to justice. Thank you very much, and I'd like to now introduce Chief Scott Galloway of the Lafayette Police Department.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And I do want to note, thank you for the kind words of support, that the mayor was engaged in this from the very beginning. At briefings, all the briefings that we had, even into the night, staying late for the when we carried out our arrest plan. So thank you, Mr. Mayor, for your support. We live in a place where we have great leadership with our city council and with our entire community. So again, it starts at the top. Good morning, everybody. My name is Scott Galloway, G-A-L-L-O-W-A-Y. I'm the police chief for Lafayette Police Department, and I want to, just like the mayor said, I want to welcome members of the media who traveled here from Indianapolis or wherever, and also our local media members. Thank you for being here. This is an important thing that we're here to discuss. And I want to start by saying, kind of like the mayor mentioned, we are proud of our city, and I'm deeply proud of the men and women of the Lafayette Police Department. They stand dedicated to keeping this community safe every single day. The arrests made in this case are a result of the combined effort involving multiple local, state, and federal agencies. Across the board, this was a lion-hearted effort. This investigation never stopped. The response from law enforcement was tenacious, focused, and unrelenting. The personnel of the Police Department, utilizing every skill, resource, and technical advantage at their disposal, worked with sheer will to develop probable cause necessary to remove these 5 people from our streets. In doing so, they secured the very justice to which Judge Meyer has dedicated his entire life. This was a true partnership alongside the Indiana State Police, the FBI, and the vital support of our Tippecanoe County Sheriff's Department, West Lafayette Police Department, and Purdue University Police Department. Thank you for assisting us and giving us resources that we needed to get these violent criminals off the street. We must remember why we are here today. For Judge Meyer and his wife, this is personal. They are not just public officials. They are pillars of this community who have dedicated decades of their life to public service. They are kind, generous people who embody the values of Lafayette. While we are heartened that Judge Meyer and his wife are on the road to recovery, we recognize that this attack was more than an assault on 2 citizens. To me and every law enforcement leader on the stage and the people they serve, this was an assault on the rule of law itself. By targeting members of the judiciary, the individuals didn't just attack a person, they attempted to strike the very foundation of our justice system and the safety of our entire community. I want to extend a sincere thanks to Prosecutor Harrington, as attorneys, as investigators in his major crimes unit. They worked alongside us 24 hours a day, drafting warrants, subpoenas, providing critical investigative insights, and meticulously constructing a comprehensive probable cause affidavit that brought us to this point. We do now have a little bit of a video to show you, and I can kind of narrate through this. This provides the scale of this operation. We're going to provide footage regarding the apprehension of the suspects, Raylan Ferguson, Thomas Moss, and Blake Smith. It's critical to recognize these arrests were synchronized in a single operation, coordinated across multiple agencies and jurisdictions that all occurred simultaneously. So we can show this and kind of narrate a little bit as we go through. Get this started. And what is available. So this first one is Raylan Ferguson, who was arrested in Brookston on a traffic stop conducted by the Indiana State Police, our Street Crimes Unit, and FBI. You see the 2 state troopers getting out. That's Raylan Ferguson there. They've detained him. The body cam footage you see is of our street crimes officers, who then take him into custody in the back of a squad car and start the booking process. Again, it's short. They went off very well. Thomas Moss, you can see he is from the Tippecanoe County area. This is his house.
Step to your left. Now walk backwards slowly. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Hands up. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
And then Blake Smith was arrested in Dayton, Indiana. And again, you can see who was involved in that. These are all coordinated efforts. And that's Blake Smith being apprehended and walked to the police car. No one was injured during any of these. Again, that goes to the testament of the planning and execution of all the SWAT teams, of the members of our local community, FBI, and state police. Also arrested at this same time was Donata Greer, and we thank the Lexington, Kentucky Police Department and the FBI in Lexington that assisted with that. Amanda Millsap was arrested here at Lafayette Police Headquarters building. In closing, for my comments, I want to again thank the men and women of the Lafayette Police Department for their tireless dedication, as well as community partners who stepped forward with case facts and evidence. Their cooperation was vital. And at this time, I want to turn it over to Tippecanoe County Prosecutor Patrick Harrington.
Thank you, Chief. I also like to thank some other law enforcement agencies for their help. As many of us know in our community, when this first happened, we did not know the scope of this or who else may be targeted. The Audubon Town Marshal, Benton County Sheriff's Department, Battleground Marshals, Dayton Town Marshals, Clinton County Sheriff. We thank the Tippecanoe County Sheriff's Department. This is an overwhelming task of logistics for the sheriff to have to coordinate his staff with all these different agencies. I thank personally the West Lafayette Police Department for what they've done, and also the Purdue University Police Department. The resources that our office uses, as the chief just said, is we have a major crime unit. It involves 3 prosecuting attorneys, an investigator, and our high-tech crime unit. We were called on this case in real time, within the first probably 30 minutes. We've been with them almost nonstop since then. The chief outlined what we've been doing. What you see here in our community is a collaborative effort that we work together, different agencies, to solve crime, to make our community one of the safest in the United States. You may have questions about the process going forward. You should have been aware of the Indiana Supreme Court appointing the Cass County judge over this case. We do not know yet, and it may have been set while I've been here, any initial hearing dates or their locations. But that process will move forward, and they will have their initial hearings. That's all I have for you. Once again, thank you, law enforcement, for helping and assisting all of us in this. I'd like to introduce Lieutenant Colonel Al Williamson of the Indiana State Police Investigative Division.
Good morning. As we all know, this was a severe attack on our judicial system. This wasn't just going after a man and woman in their house. They went after him for a reason. He was targeted. When this happens, this occurred, we were contacted by Lafayette Police Department. We have a great working relationship with their police department. Our agency's input and work on this case involves the best part was our laboratory, Indianapolis Regional Lab. Over the weekend, 3 of our analysts came in on their own time off when they weren't supposed to be working on evidence for this case. It involved our SWAT, all of our high profile technical units came out, our undercover people came out, and as you saw in the video, the road troopers assisted as well. We can't thank Lafayette, FBI, Sheriff's Department, everybody we've worked with on this case. We're assisting Lafayette. We're in an assist role. They're an excellent department. They did a great job. All we can hope for is a positive resolution, so show the message that we will not tolerate this. This will not be taken anywhere in the state of Indiana or anywhere in the country when you start attacking the judicial system that we uphold today. So thank you. I'd like to introduce Special Agent in Charge, Tim O'Malley, FBI.
Thanks. Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Tim O'Malley. I'm the Special Agent in charge of the FBI for state of Indiana. Over a week ago now, there was an attack against, a senseless targeted attack against a member of the judiciary. The FBI and the Department of Justice stand with this community, and our thoughts and prayers are with you as they continue to recover from this act. Violence or threats of violence against the judiciary or any public service is unacceptable. Attacks like this strike at the core of who we are as a civil society and erode the rule of law and will not be tolerated. While the Lafayette PD was the lead for this investigation, I want to tell you that the FBI was also involved. We brought to bear resources in the area of technical assets, our evidence response team, our crime scene investigators, our surveillance teams were also involved. And of course, we helped coordinate some of the activity that crossed over state lines, both up north into Michigan and down south into Louisville, into Kentucky. Above all, I just want to say that these arrests represent what law enforcement is like here in the state of Indiana. It's about collaboration on all levels, on the local, state, and federal levels. And this was a great example of what we can do when we work together. I just want to close by saying one last thing. For those of you who don't understand or don't appreciate, the FBI is here in this community. We work tirelessly every day to investigate violent crime and crimes like this. And I just want people to know that they can always call the FBI. We have a phone number that's so easy to remember, 1-800-CALL-FBI, and we appreciate it when people call us with any types of tips, whether it be in a case like this or something else that might seem suspicious or out of the ordinary. So with that, thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you. We appreciate the public's interest in this case and the media's role in sharing accurate information. At the same time, this remains an active criminal prosecution, and we are mindful of our obligation to protect the integrity of that process. At this time, the Lafayette Police Department will not be answering additional questions regarding the details of this case. Any further inquiries regarding court filings, charging documents, or case scheduling should be directed to the Tippecanoe County Clerk's Office, which maintains the official court record. We appreciate your understanding and your professionalism. Thank you for attending this briefing.
So we did want to share the very latest information from police and other officials as they were discussing members of a motorcycle club and street gang they say worked together in an attempt to kill an Indiana judge in hopes of derailing a domestic abuse case against one of their own. This is after police announced they had arrested 5 people in connection with this investigation. And this is some file footage of that scene.